What's up, folks? Grand State Squatch here with bolt spikes, brims, and briars. And I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I want to review a couple of knives here that are my favorite. These are both Mork and Eve knives. This one is the Companion, and this one is the Garbor. Now, the difference between these two is this is not a full tang. It is a partial tang, comes to about here. This is a full tang, as you can see on the end right here. That is the end, that is the tang right there. So you can see it goes all the way through the grip. The other difference is this is 18 bucks. This is over $100. But I'll tell you what, I beat the living crap out of this thing and it's still going. And I'm going to show you if we can get some paper here. Tissue paper might be a challenge, but I think this is up for the challenge. Maybe we'll go with this one. Yeah. This thing I beat the crap out of. I mean, I keep it clean, I keep it sharpened, but I mean, $18. This is just a wonderful knife. It comes with a plastic sheath right here. It's a belt clip. It's very, very easy to come on and off. In fact, some of the Mork and Eve knives actually have a little button on the bottom, and you can just stack them on top of each other, which is pretty cool. But 18 bucks for this, is this better to get than this? I don't know. This one comes with a diamond sharpening plate. It's not all that great. And the ferro rod in here is not all that great either. I mean, you can use it, but there are better ones out there. Is it convenient to have on your sheath? Sure. So this is the Garbor, and this is in carbon steel. So carbon steel is very, very tough. You can really beat the crap out of this. The problem with the carbon steel is that it is not as rust resistant as stainless steel. So you really need to take care of it. So, I mean, what I do is I just get a little bit of coconut oil or even olive oil, and I just put a nice layer on the knife, and it protects it. And it's very simple. It doesn't take very long to do. So it's not hard to care for. You can see these knives back to back. The Garbor is just slightly longer. And as you can see, the Garbor is thicker. The grip itself is a little thicker too. You can get a really good grip on it, and it has some wonderful texturing on that, so you can get a better grip. Where this, not so much, you know, there isn't much texture at all to this. The grip is slightly rubberized, so it is fairly sticky. So you can still get a decent grip on it. But for my large hands, I prefer something just a little bit meatier. And then if you can see the spine, the difference on the spine, the Garbor is much, much thicker and is not rounded. It is a flat edge spine, which is great for using on the ferro rod. However, you can still use that pommel on the end of your tang there to use on the ferro rod as well, because that actually does have a very sharp squared off edge, which is great for that. This edge is perfectly fine. It's a bit tapered in the middle there, but it still works pretty good on a ferro rod. Now, Is this worth it? I mean, there knives out there that are way better than this? Sure, sure. But for a good bushcrafting knife, is this going to last you longer than this? Maybe. Is this one stronger than this? Sure. Full tang, thicker spine, okay? But this is well over $100. This, depending on who you buy it for, you could get it for $15 to $18 for this. But this blade is no doubt, this is a Swedish blade. I mean, they know their stuff when it comes to making knives, and that is just one hell of a blade. And it has taken some abuse, and look at how perfect that blade is. For an $18 knife, I don't really see you getting much better than that. I mean, I think that you could spend 18 bucks on this, and when this probably lasts you years, and when when you can't use it anymore, just buy another $18 one. Would I buy this again? Sure, I would, because I like the handle just a little bit better. I think the grip has more texture. You can get a better grip on it. I think the spine is better. I think the only thing that I would do differently is I would buy this stainless. But I do like the carbon steel. It looks pretty badass. It just takes a bit more care so that the blade doesn't start getting pitted and rusting. But I give both of these a 10 out of 10. They're both wonderful knives for the value. This is definitely worth the money. This is worth the money for sure, way more. Would I price this at $100? No, I'd probably price this as around $60 or $70. But they add all the other stuff like the sharpener and the ferro rods, and then they say, oh, it's a full tang, so they have to add on all that money. This is a partial tang. It is a very sort of skinny tang that kind of comes down like this and comes probably down to about here. Okay, so it's not as strong. But again, I've used this to cut little bits of wood. Just bang this with a mallet or a piece of wood to split little pieces of wood for kindling, and this thing is just amazing. They do have the Companion Plus, I think, which is just a little bit more badass than this. Moroccan Eve puts out some other knives that are fantastic, but I just think that this one in particular, the Companion, is just it's just a wonderful knife for how much you're paying for it. I mean, it's worth every single dollar. I mean, I'd probably pay $30 for this. But that's it, folks. I just wanted to show you these really, really cool knives that I've been using for bushcrafting, and they've been working out wonderful. They're great for woodworking and splitting small pieces of wood, and just doing what I need to do when I go out about and do my thing out in the woods. But guys, I appreciate you watching. I know it's not the normal thing that I review, but it's something that I thought was pretty cool, and maybe you guys would be interested. I'm the Granite State Squatch, and this is Bullets, Spikes, Brims, and Briars, and knives, apparently. And, well, actually, we could add a B in there, right? Right? Bullets, spikes, brims, briars, and blades. Do I want to add another tongue twister to it and make it worse for myself? I think we'll just keep it the same. Anyway, guys, till next time, we'll see you. Take care. Bye.